Happy Cinco de Mayo, people. It's November, and all over the world, the good people of India are celebrating Mexican Heritage Month. It's supposed to be a really huge deal for them because, I quote, from the textbooks in the history department of the University of Phoenix, it states that in the year 1492, if the winds shifted by 0.14 degrees slightly southeast, all of India's freeway off-ramps would be bombarded with bags of oranges and flower bouquets. True story. Okay guys, so these are the fender liners that Kevin Ho were talking about that we both purchased on eBay. They're made in China. It even specifically shows you an arrow pointing to the front fenders, and these are the 4 pieces that go within the front fenders. Okay, these are the splash guards that protect your engine from mud and water and other debris. Okay guys, so let's go ahead and take these fender liners to the car and check them out. Hello, do I know you? Excuse me.
My little brother Carnalito said 8 weeks ago he was standing 4 blocks away and you were mad dogging him, ese.
Sorry man, I don't remember anything I've said or done yesterday, let alone 4 weeks ago, man. If your little brother, little puppet, thinks I was mad dogging him, I apologize.
Where you from, Holmes?
Sorry, dude. I'm not in a gang at the current moment. But if I ever should feel like I need to be part of the neighborhood family or anything, maybe I'll fill out an application if you guys are accepting one. Yeah.
You think you're funny, ese? This body belongs to the 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, 13.
No. There's absolutely no way I would think that a gang called 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink is funny at all. There's absolutely no way. Yeah, you took it the wrong way. Sorry about that again.
I let it slide if you pay your taxes, Holmes. $4,000 a week.
$4,000 a week? Who do you think I am, Scotty Kilmer?
Scotty who?
Who's Scotty? He's a, I don't know how to, well, he's a guy that does this a lot. When he does his videos, he moves his arms like, I don't know, like he's on crack or something, and I totally miss what he's saying because I keep following his arms all over the place. What else does he do? He wears sunglasses. I notice he wears sunglasses at all his videos because he's actually reading a script. If you follow his eyeballs, they're actually reading something. Also, I notice he talks about cars a lot, but I've never, ever seen him touch one. He did point. He did point to a car, but that's about it. How about this? We'll call it even if I give you all the money I have in my left pocket, right here. If you agree, of course. I have about 7 cents. Okay, 7 cents. Here you go, man. So these are the stock fender liners I'm talking about. You're going to have one in the front and you're going to have one in the rear. The reason why you don't really see a full fender liner is because mine is ripped, and I'm pretty sure you guys that are watching this, yours is ripped also. They're in pretty bad condition. See, they're starting to rip. They're very thin and cheap quality material. I don't even know if this thing's made out of rubber or paper because from the heat and stuff like that, I can totally bend it and it's cracking. See how it's chipping right off when I bend it? Look at that. That's how cheap the material is. But that's besides the point. What I'm showing you right now, and I marked it with this red orange tape right here, is all the retainer clips that go inside the holes that hold this retainer fender liner. So if you take a look at my fender liners that I bought on eBay, if you counted those those red tape, you'll find out that there are 6 of them, and every single fender liner right here only has 5 holes right there. You have 1, 2, 3, 4 holes here. You have 5 holes here also, and here's another big one, and you have 5 holes. So you can totally tell that none of them fit. So let's just pretend that they're missing a hole, and it's no big deal. We can always poke a hole. Okay, so let's take each one. Okay, and no matter which way I spin it, it's not going to fit. It just doesn't follow the shape of the original. So if you take a look right here, it comes with this arrow that's supposed to face forward, and if you put it up here, it does not fit, right? This is probably one of the closest ones, but this piece right here is going to go all the way into the coil if I was to line up these top holes right here. So this doesn't fit either, and this one was the closest one that I found to fit, even though it doesn't fit. I tried other ones, same thing right here, same thing, same exact thing. None of them fit. So this video is not to bash on this Chinese company. It's on eBay. I'm going to send you guys the link anyways, just so you guys could go ahead to either play around with it or avoid them completely. I went ahead and found an alternative to use instead of buying those $20 pieces on eBay. Next, we are going to get a stack of paper, just regular printer paper. We're going to get a Sharpie, we're going to get scissors, we're going to have our push pins right there ready to go, and we're going to have duct tape. Make sure they're duct tape because duct tape is strong enough to stick against your dirty structure, okay? Any other tape is just going to fall right off. So you're going to need all these tape ready to go. What we're doing right now is we are going to make a template. We are going to put our paper up there and create a template. Using the Sharpie, we're going to make an outline, and we might put dots where the holes are supposed to be, okay? And I know one piece of paper is not going to cover that whole entire area. What we're going to do is we're going to probably stick 2 pieces of paper together, and we're just going to create a silhouette of the area that we're going to need to cut out. Okay, I finally attached 4 pieces of paper that's going to cover my template. You could do it in 1 piece of paper if you're good enough. I had to do it in 4 because I had to do it a little blindly. But right now I'm going to go ahead and make a nice border. So when I do cut it out, I'm not going to create too much rubber on here. I'm just going to keep enough. There you go. There. That's what the final product's going to look like. I already poked in all my holes. I'm going to take this whole entire piece out very carefully, and I'm going to do my cuts along this black line. Okay? And it's always good to mark it, this as up, this as forward, so you don't lose your place when you take this off the car. Okay? I also put driver just in case you're doing 2 fenders at the same time. Now I'm going to my sheet of rubber right here, my neoprene rubber, and I'm going to match up my template on here to make sure it fits. You don't want it like this because it's going to go past the borders. You want it in a way that it's going to fit. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my borders right now on my template. I want to make it really nice. I don't want to make any jagged edges or anything like that. Make sure you mark where all the holes are right through the paper, because that's where you're going to poke your pins. It's always good to have a really nice pair of shears on you. I don't know how pretty or exact you guys want to be. It's going to be all the way inside the fender. Nobody's going to see them except you or your mechanic. You guys could use a hole puncher or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and use a unibit on my power motor right here and make my holes. Okay, this is why I told you guys to make your holes big enough, your marks big enough so you guys could actually see, because it's black on black. Okay guys, remember our last video where I told you guys to buy these retainer clips that puts in your radiator cover plastic panel? Well, I'm going to be using these clips instead of the OEM ones, only because I feel these are more secure. The other ones are kind of iffy. They come in and out. They're not as tight as I thought they'd be, so I'm using my radiator clip ones. I'm poking into the first hole. I'm taking the very top corner one. I'm going to poke it inside the hole, and I'm going to lock it in place just by pushing on the buttons, and there you go, pretty tight. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and continue. I'm going to go around the periphery by taking this hole next. It's hard to tell where these holes are, so you're going to have to lift it up and feel yourself around here. Put it into place. So far so good, guys. It's looking pretty good. So next hole here. There you guys go, final product. Look how sturdy that thing is. Woo! Nice, huh? I'm gonna go ahead and do the rears right now. Here's the template I made of the area behind the shocks of the driver's side. I labeled it front and up. I marked all my holes and I made a line of where I'm gonna end up cutting. So it's gonna look like one nice piece of rubber, okay? I'm going to make sure all the tape are stuck together really tightly against the paper so it doesn't come loose, or else I'm going to lose my place. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this and go ahead and cut it on the piece of rubber mat. So right here I'm going to make it so that it's going to utilize all the space on what's left of my mat, because I need the extra space for my passenger side. Okay, so try to utilize as much space as you can. Flip it around, make sure you make good use of it until you maximize your spacing. And I'm going to go ahead and do it this way right here. I'm going to go ahead and mark my boundaries. I'm going to put my silhouette up here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab my drill here and start poking holes in here. I'm going to go ahead and take the very first hole, which is going to be the top one, and put that one in as my starting point, my ground zero. Then I'm going to work around all the way till I get to the bottom. Remember guys, make additional cuts if you need to. If you find out that it's too wide or too narrow or whatever, remember this is all a learning experience right now. There you go guys, what do you guys think? All right, so far so good. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep pounding on this thing. I'm going to be driving around and see if anything falls off, but so far everything looks pretty tight. Okay, make sure you got everything pushed in. Like I said, these retainer clips are pretty locked tight. So let's go ahead and go over to the passenger side here. And as you can tell, I'm completely finished. The good news is that this rear portion of the passenger side was a perfect template of the driver's side. All I had to do was flip it over and cut it out, and it was exactly identical. The only difference is the front portion right here is different from the driver's side, because this only requires 3 retainer clips instead of, I don't know, 5 or 6 on the driver's side. This was a lot smaller, a lot simpler. Like I said, if you guys want to cover this entire area and the top portion too, you're going to have to buy a pretty much longer roll than I did. I bought a 4-foot roll, and this is what is left of my 4-foot roll. Perfect, right? I did the entire front fender with only 4 feet long rubber roll, and it was 12 inches wide. So I will give you guys the link of where I bought it on Amazon. You guys could check it out. And I also used the same retainer clips that I did for my radiator cover. Okay, so check it out. Okay guys, that concludes the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sure a lot of you guys know that there are kits out there that are 50 to 60 bucks that are an exact fit for GX460s and 470s. And if you guys can afford the $60 price tag of some of these kits, then go for it. It's your money. I am just here to show you an alternative to doing something to your GX460 that won't break your bank. And all it was a sheet of neoprene rubber. Okay guys, peace. How much, my friend?
$10.
$10? For you, my friend. All right. Happy Cinco de Mayo.